Your self-sabotage is a trauma response, and no one will tell you what I'm going to tell you in this video. We're going to go over your biggest subconscious blocks, why they take place in the first place, and then how to overcome them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So here are your two biggest unconscious blocks you're simply not aware of and how much it plays a factor into your self-sabotaging. It's going to be fear of success as well as fear of failure. These two things are holding you back more than you realize. Number one, perfectionism is a killer when it comes to fear of success because you constantly are setting goals, setting deadlines, setting visions that are nearly impossible or a little bit unrealistic. By the way, this all happens subconsciously, but it's simply a mechanism to make something so unachievable for yourself at the time being that you simply don't even attempt to try. It is one of the highest forms of self-sabotage. You set this goal so high that it's so unrealistic that you can even realize it in your conscious mind, so you don't even have to attempt to try. When it comes to your fear of failure, you have procrastination. You associate your goal with so much pain that you simply don't even attempt also because of the pain associated with your goal. It's your core fear of receiving scrutiny or appearing incompetent for you trying and attempting but failing. The mind is also self-sabotaging itself when you correlate your fear of success with more responsibility, more publicity, more stress. Remember, subconsciously, this is taking place. And if you do not take the time to examine your beliefs and examine your core thoughts, then you will continue to sabotage your success because you believe that more success inevitably means failure. It means more stress, more responsibility, more worry. And so you associate it with pain. So why would you want to complete a task that brings pain? When it comes to fear of failure, maybe you're afraid of being in the spotlight, right? Like I said, publicity, because success does mean change. It is inevitable. And so maybe you fear changing overall. And you must remember that the brain, that the mind wants to keep you comfortable. It wants to keep you safe. So subconsciously, you are resisting the change. One of the biggest core things when it comes to fear of success in general is everyone wants to protect their ego. Everyone in life has faced some type of rejection. And this prevents a lot of people from getting what they want simply because of that emotional anguish, that emotional pain associated with that memory. That's a lot how your subconscious mind is working when it comes to finding success. Your protective mechanism is in overdrive, and this is the ego trying to protect itself from disappointment. When finding much more success, it is inevitable that you're going to face some type of imposter syndrome, believing that you're not competent, believing you're not capable or appropriate for the title, the position, or the income that you are likely to receive. So you sabotage yourself. All of these psychological blocks correlate success with inevitable failure. Now, let's talk about why this happens. Again, the brain wants to keep you safe. So the brain is willing to keep you in unhealthy patterns so as long as you're comfortable. Your brain will identify unhealthy situations as home so as long that you are comfortable. This is why change requires conscious thought of who you are today, and it requires the power of the present moment and the alignment of your values, who you are, and validating your needs. You have to take the reins of your survival strategies. Again, the brain is just operating on a survival strategy. So it requires you to break all of these behaviors that take place unconsciously, which are rooted from past trauma. The avoidance of conflict, the people pleasing, were all behaviors that once kept you safe, but now requires conscious intentional change. Remember this if you do not remember anything else. Unmet needs and unresolved trauma or pain will continue to put you in the same cycles because it is subconsciously trying to rewrite your narrative. Now, we spoke about all the fear of failure, all the fear of success. We understand now why these things take place. How do we break it? Again, the most powerful tool that we speak about with this brand is awareness. Everything requires awareness in order to change. You have to notice what is taking place. Very similar to the more you know, the more you're responsible for, the more you know, the more you're able to see. And when we gain this power of awareness, it is time to break the loop. So how do you break the loop? It all requires a decision. One small change. Think of one broken link in the chain and it falls apart. That is synonymous to you noticing the pattern and making one small change, one small new decision. So when you're confronted with the procrastination or the perfectionism and you become aware of it, then it is time for you to take a new course of action because we know what form of self-sabotage that is. When you find yourself taking on the behaviors of the past, the avoiding conflict, the people pleasing, it is time for you to make a small new change. This all requires some type of effort, but you are fully capable of having your needs met today because you are no longer the individual who needed the protection of your mind from the past. The final point I want to leave with you is this. Practice self-compassion. You must be compassionate with yourself on this timely process. Healing and empowering yourself is a lengthy process. It will require years and years of work, a lot of time, a lot of reflection, and the understanding that your system, your mind, was not trying to sabotage you. It was simply trying to protect you. But now with knowing that, you have the self-empowerment to bring change into your life. And this is how you overcome your own system, your own form of self-sabotage, and empower yourself and your generations forever. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like. If you have any questions at all, comment down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.